Live streaming has brought viewers closer to their favorite creators than ever, offering unfiltered glimpses into their lives. But sometimes, that closeness leads to unexpected chaos. Let's dive into moments when popular streamers like Duke Dennis, IShowSpeed, and others were forced to break character live, revealing raw, vulnerable, and often surprising reactions. Duke Dennis, a home intrusion scare. As Duke Dennis continued his usual stream, his energy was interrupted by a sound so jarring that even his viewers sensed something was off. For fans who regularly tuned in, this wasn't the Duke they knew, someone who often brought a playful yet confident presence to his streams. In those first few seconds of realization, he reacted on instinct, arming himself and scanning his surroundings, visibly disturbed. His audience, initially stunned into silence, quickly began to flood the chat with messages of worry and confusion, urging Duke to be careful. This moment revealed a side of the live streaming world often overlooked, the vulnerability of being live and unprotected in real time. For Duke, this incident wasn't just a scare, but a stark reminder that fame can come with its own risks, even within the walls of his own home. IShowSpeed's apology after an angry father confronts him. Speed has always walked the line between humor and chaos, and in this instance, he may not have even realized how far he'd gone until a father's frustration broke through Speed's playful facade. The father's anger had a gravity to it, and his words clearly shook Speed, who quickly dropped his usual antics in a rare moment of self-awareness. Speed's voice, usually loud and dramatic, softened as he repeatedly apologized, struggling to make his sincerity clear. His genuine regret came through as he stammered out his apologies, realizing the limits of his own behavior. This moment captured the fragility of live interactions, where jokes can cross into misunderstandings in an instant, and boundaries are drawn not by the streamer, but by real people whose lives intersect with the stream. In the aftermath, even public figures weighed in, with voices like Andrew Tate calling out Speed's actions, demonstrating just how quickly a moment of recklessness could spark larger debates about online etiquette and responsibility. Speed's 600K celebration gets interrupted by his mom. For Speed, hitting 600,000 subscribers was a career-defining moment, a testament to his hard work, and his excitement was palpable. Yet, just as he began to bask in the achievement, the celebration was cut short by a voice of reality. His mom, who'd long been skeptical of Speed's streaming journey. Her entrance was sudden and deflating, catching both Speed and his viewers off guard as she expressed her disapproval. It was a harsh reminder that while Speed's fans viewed him as a rising star, his mom saw him as her son, and her concerns were grounded in a different reality. Visibly embarrassed, Speed scrambled to hold onto his energy and rally his spirits, but the moment was already changed. This interruption highlighted the complicated relationships between streamers and their families, where success online doesn't always translate to approval at home. For Speed, it was a humbling moment that left a lasting impression, especially for young fans who could see the price of fame unfold in real time. Neon gets provoked and snaps. Neon has always been a master of humor, known for his entertaining yet often timid on-screen persona. However, when fellow streamer Vitaly pushed things too far by smashing Neon's phone and taunting him, a different side of Neon came out. This wasn't just another prank. For Neon, it was an invasion of his personal space and property, and his anger was immediate. Viewers could sense his shift from the usual lighthearted banter to genuine irritation as he pushed back, demanding respect. In a twist that caught his audience off guard, Neon's reaction revealed the boundaries he, like any person, held. Vitaly's actions, meant to entertain, only highlighted how close streamers can get to overstepping personal limits in the name of content. This altercation underscored the pressures streamers face to constantly perform, even if it means setting aside their own dignity or comfort, a choice that can sometimes lead to unexpected consequences. Speed and Kai's heated play fight. It started as a lighthearted play fight between two friends, with Speed and Kai laughing and messing around, only for the fun to quickly spiral into something more intense. Kai's shove was rougher than Speed had anticipated, and Speed's visible discomfort as he hit the floor created a moment of tension that the audience immediately picked up on. For viewers, it was clear that Speed's usual fun-loving demeanor shifted as he stood up, visibly annoyed, muttering under his breath. As Kai tried to laugh it off, Speed's reaction served as a reminder that, even among friends, boundaries are fluid, and sometimes laughter can mask discomfort. Kai's quick apology underscored his understanding of the moment, but it was a brief glimpse into the sometimes uneasy dynamic of live streaming, where friendly pranks can tread into genuine irritation. Phantom vs. Castillo on reality TV. Phantom has always been known for his laid-back, humorous style, but this reality show moment with Castillo took things in an unexpectedly intense direction. Initially, Phantom's casual demeanor suggested that he wasn't looking for conflict, yet when Castillo began pressing him over a minor issue, Phantom's patience quickly wore thin. The exchange escalated as Phantom matched Castillo's aggression with firm resolve, making it clear he wouldn't tolerate disrespect. This confrontation highlighted Phantom's ability to stand his ground, a side rarely seen by fans accustomed to his lighter content. The tension between the two reflected a broader theme within streaming culture: the pressure to assert oneself and maintain a sense of control, even in a public and often unpredictable space. For Phantom, this moment of vulnerability emphasized the personal boundaries that streamers, even the most composed, have to navigate on camera. A tense moment between Aiden Ross and a gangster rapper. In a bold yet risky attempt to make a joke, Aiden Ross mentioned a known rival of gangster rapper Julio Fulio during a live stream. The atmosphere immediately grew tense as Fulio, clearly not amused, shifted from casual conversation to visible anger. In a moment that stunned the chat, Fulio issued direct threats, making it clear he wasn't willing to overlook the perceived disrespect. Ross, visibly shaken, quickly dropped his usual bravado, apologizing profusely in a desperate attempt to calm the situation. His nervous stammering and pleading underscored the dangers of casual trolling, especially when directed at someone who took his words very seriously. This incident, which left viewers on edge, was a stark reminder of how quickly things can escalate online, especially in interactions where cultural differences and misunderstandings can turn humor into hostility in an instant. IShowSpeed's controversial comments. Speed's boundary-pushing humor took an uncomfortable turn when he made a joke that quickly went beyond his usual antics. His tone was casual, but as the meaning of his words settled, a moment of recognition seemed to cross his face, and he visibly hesitated, realizing he'd gone too far. Mid-sentence, his energy shifted as he tried to defuse his own joke, looking genuinely taken aback by what he had said. His apology was scattered, almost as if he couldn't believe the words had come out of his mouth, but the damage was done. The fallout was swift, and Speed's moment of regret served as a clear example of how live interactions can carry real-life consequences. His ban from Twitch and the ensuing backlash underlined the need for sensitivity in online spaces, where humor can easily veer into territory that audiences find offensive or disturbing. NPC Miles Morales claps back. NPC Miles Morales had perfected his in-character routine, but even he couldn't keep up the act when some viewers took things too far with disrespectful comments. His usual calm demeanor faded as he turned to face the audience, calling out those who tried to challenge him. Miles, who usually stayed true to his NPC-style quirks, broke character in an assertive show of self-respect, letting viewers know he wasn't to be taken lightly. His blunt response surprised many, revealing a deeper complexity behind the seemingly playful persona he maintained. This interaction reminded fans that, even though many streamers play roles, they are still real people who deserve respect, making the incident a powerful moment of self-assertion in a space where boundaries are often tested. Each of these moments pulled back the curtain on the streaming world, showing viewers the reality behind their favorite personalities, whether it's Duke Dennis arming himself in his own home, or Phantom confronting Castillo on reality TV. These incidents remind audiences of the complex, sometimes chaotic environment in which streamers operate. Breaking character becomes a window into who these streamers truly are, showing both the pressures they face and the resilience they display. These real, vulnerable moments make it clear that the people behind the screens are just as human as the rest of us, navigating fame, family, and unexpected tensions, all while the world watches live. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future uploads. Let me know in the comments section which of these moments you think is the most humiliating. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.